This bar looks like any other bar. It's got moody lighting, it's got drinks, but once you look a little closer, things start to fall apart. For example, this guy isn't particularly service-minded, and I'm pretty sure these glasses are nailed to the bar. In fact, the only shots here are the Instagram posts.
This is the OnePlus Imaging Lab, where science and photography collide. Every room, every light, and every detail is built for one purpose: to train OnePlus smartphone cameras. And today, the star of the show is the brand new OnePlus 15. Every new OnePlus phone goes through hundreds of scenarios before it reaches your pocket. And today, we're going to test how the new OnePlus 15 camera measures up.
Down this hallway, you'll find a series of rooms, all of them built to mimic reality. And once the rooms are built, well, that's where the robots come in. These robot arms simulate handheld smartphone photography. Same grip, same motion, same habits. The only difference? They do it thousands of times, flawlessly. So this is one of our rooms in the camera lab. It's a bedroom. And Rudolf, can you tell us a little bit more about what makes this room challenging for the camera?
So this room simulates the typical lighting you get in a bedroom. I think the color temperature is around 3000 K. And usually this kind of warm lighting could pose a challenge to the camera, especially when it comes to the accuracy of your skin tone. So that is why you can see on the floor we actually have pins where the robot will move to different locations, take a photo. Let's say if we need a model to be taken a photo of, we can ask the model to stand in whichever location, and then the robot will take photos in each scenario using either the front camera or the rear camera. In this case, we get a bunch of scenarios to detect.
Okay, Rudolf, it looks like we're in a grocery store. Not the best conditions for a smartphone. Can you tell me a little bit about what we're testing on the OnePlus 15 in this room?
So this one is unlike the bedroom scenario, which is more about the correct skin tone. Here in this grocery store, this is actually more about color accuracy. It's a very colorful scenarios with so many fruits. Do you know there's one actually very interesting challenge scenario for a camera, which is if you have a yellow background and then if you have a red apple in the middle, then usually the apple will either look pale or look oversaturated. It's usually one way or the other. And so this is actually a very challenging scenario for the camera to accurately reproduce the colors of each fruit. So it's basically about color accuracy here.
Okay, and how does Detail Max work into this?
Now for Detail Max engine, for example, the ultra clear mode will really help for fruits like lychee because it has very rough texture here. With Detail Max engine, especially the ultra clear mode, it can capture these details really well. So that is the idea of how Detail Max engine can help in this kind of scenarios.
Cool, should we put it to the test?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Wow, the colors really do stand out.
So this is a karaoke bar, perfect for testing low light photography. Let's go take a few pictures.
I love how the AI perfect shot is grabbing it as a face.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I want to test the slow motion. This thing's got 4K at 120 frames per second with Dolby Vision. Are you ready?
Got it.
How is that?
Look at that.
It's so cute!
It's music video stuff.
It actually looks so good.
Absolute diva.
So lab testing is pretty cool, but we want to test the OnePlus 15 camera in the only way that matters. For real. Let's start with the basics. Selfie cam. We've got a 32 megapixel front lens with autofocus, so it should keep me in focus even if I'm moving, or even if the light's hitting me from different angles. Okay, clear snapshot mode. We've got dual exposure running 10 shots per second. Oh, I'm gonna try and get this guy now. Hey! All right, let's have a look at what we got. Aw, look, they're waving. And it's still in crystal clear focus.
This beautiful black backdrop, you've got these shiny lights out of there, so there's a big contrast, and at the same time, we need to make sure we capture enough detail in the darkness. Now, OnePlus's solution to this is something called Clear Night Engine. It uses dual analog gain technology to create two perfectly synchronized exposures, one short for detail and one long for darkness. Let's give it a test. I've got Taylor posing up here, thank you very much. What you'll see is the details in the lights are all there. We've got really good contrast without it being overblown, and at the same time, we've got perfect detail in Taylor's face. Pretty good, isn't it? Next stop is OnePlus HQ. I want to go talk to Rudolf some more about what makes the OnePlus 15's camera work so well. Can you watch the shop in the meantime? Yeah, cheers. Hey again, Rudolf.
Hey, Aske.
Thanks for coming back to talk about the camera on the OnePlus 15. When people think of camera quality, they often think of megapixels, of resolution.
Yes.
But is that all there is to it?
I mean, hardware really matters, but it's not necessarily the pixel count. A special type of dual exposure, so to speak, which means the long exposure and the short exposure happens at exactly the same time. You might have noticed that actually when we are taking photos in low light, especially in night mode, the camera might pop up an icon saying like 2 seconds. The camera needs to run long exposure, shoot multiple photos, and eventually combine all of them into one single photo. In this process, let's say in this 1 second or 2 second process, your hand might shake. We are all humans. And if that happens, eventually when you fuse all these photos together, the photo might look blurry because they are not aligned well. Now, with this clear night engine, because the long exposure and the short exposure happens at exactly the same time, it's actually perfect for alignment. So that eventually your night photo will look really clear, and that's the beauty of it. In the end, we have the ultra clear mode, we have the clear burst, we have the clear night engine, and that's what together make the Detail Max engine.
Very nice. So that's really 3 of the most challenging things, right? Like zooming in on pictures.
Yes.
It's taking pictures of things that are moving really quickly, which is notoriously difficult. And then it's taking pictures of things at night. The next thing I want to talk to you about is when we look at the photo lab, the camera lab, we've got these crazy scenarios and these robots rolling around. What's the point of those scenarios?
Actually, when you're in the camera lab, you might notice there are dedicated scenarios. In each scenario, you might find that it's a combination of different things. For example, you might have a green plant here. You might have a lighting over there which produces warm temperature and cold temperature at exactly the same time. And you might have other stuff here and there. And actually, each of them is called an element. In our database, like where we set up each scenario, we intentionally add multiple elements into it. So that in the end, when those robot arms capture a photo, our engineers will be very easy to judge what the photo quality is, because each element represents a certain challenge. For example, like a fluffy door will help you judge the clarity in this kind of hairy stuff, or let's say the green plant can help us judge whether color accuracy is right or not, or like the mixed lighting will help us judge how is the color accuracy. So each element helps, and that's what eventually simplifies the process for testing the camera quality.
The other thing that's new on the OnePlus 15 that I really like is so this is the first OnePlus device that does 4K 120 FPS video with Dolby Vision. What kind of experiences does that unlock? What does that mean for people who pick up the phone?
So because 4K 120 is actually a very high spec format in video shooting. Now with 4K 120, the beauty is that you can actually see more unseen moments, so to speak. When you go to the gallery from 1x to 0.25x, and if you have a 4K 120 video, and if you slow down to a quarter of the playback speed, it's still like I'm playing at 30 frames per second, but you get to see more unseen moments. So it's kind of like a cinematic slow mode experience that you can unlock. But on the other hand, it's also Dolby Vision. And what Dolby Vision does is that it can actually help you capture the environment in a more immersive way. Because actually when you check the videos with Dolby Vision, you'll feel that it's naturally brighter. And because it contains more light information, so that when you watch a Dolby Vision video, you'll feel like you somehow relive that moment once again. And yeah, that's the beauty of the 4K 120 with Dolby Vision, which is brighter videos and also with cinematic slow motions. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, everyone looks better in slow motion. I think that's a well-established fact. If you walk in slow motion, you look cooler.
You look more handsome with slow motion.
You do. It's great. So that's the secret that we can share with all of you. Just turn it down to quarter speed. You will look better every time.
Yes.
We've spoken about the imaging, the high detail images. We've spoken about snapshot. We've spoken about clear night engine. Which one is your favorite?
I would say it's the clear burst. Because if you simply long press the shutter button, and then you can like snap multiple shots. So that in this case, you actually don't have to worry about whether the framing is good or not, the lighting is good or not. You simply just long press the shutter button, pick which is your favorite moment. It makes photography a lot easier.
Like there's that brilliance of just being able to kind of hold down the shutter button and you can come back later. You can figure out, okay, how do I actually make this work? Another question, because we spoke before about these elements that the engineering team has, right? Like difficult lighting or colors or different things.
Yeah.
How do we make sure that everyone in a picture, even if it's in strange lighting or with really powerful colors behind it or whatever, how do we make sure that people look their best?
We actually have a technology called tone mapping. And what tone mapping does is that it can actually isolate the subject from the background and make sure that the subject has the correct skin tone reproduction, while at the same time the background also has the correct brightness reproduction. If there's no this kind of technology, and if you can only measure one color, let's say I'm now sitting in a background with very bright lighting. If I focus on the background, myself might look underexposed, even though you guarantee the right exposure of the background. But if you try to pull up the brightness of me, then in that case, I might look okay, but the background will definitely look overexposed, and both of which is not ideal. So that is why tone mapping really matters. It can isolate the subject and gives it an independent color temperature. It can also guarantee like the background has the correct exposure. That's what makes our photos look beautiful. Like everyone gets the correct skin tone reproduction, and that's the beauty of it.
Very cool. Now, this phone here, the OnePlus 15, is IP68 and IP69 rated. So
Yes.
what that means is it can handle being submerged in fresh water for, 1.5 meters for up to 30 minutes. Right?
Actually, for 2 meters up to 30 minutes. That's
meters
the
up.
upgrade this
Okay.
generation.
So 2 meters up to 30 minutes, which is the deepest a OnePlus phone has ever been able to go.
Oh yes.
Yes. Because of that, we've also added an underwater photography mode. Can you walk us through how that works?
Actually, we can easily demonstrate it. You just go to camera and you swipe right to more. Now you'll find there's an icon called underwater. So you just click one, and in this case, it will trigger the underwater photography mode. So in this case, you just submerge your phone underwater, and you can just hit the volume up rocker to take photo. It's as simple as that. And what makes it interesting is that actually when you pull up the phone from the water, it will ask you to long press the power button in order to drain out the water. So in this case, it will actually play certain music, and that will help vibrate the speaker in order to drain out the water. It will better protect the phone.
So does it just get water out of the speaker, or is it the entire phone it gets it out of?
Yes, it's actually the entire phone gets out of the speaker, but the water will come out from the speaker.
So it'll pull it in and then push it out.
Oh, yes.
2 meters, half an hour.
Exactly.
Right? In fresh water.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you so much for your time, Rudolf.
Thank you.
It's been very, very helpful. And
Thank you.
Thank you for walking us through the camera as well. Cheers.
Cheers.